Leviathan. Not enough is said about him. So much mystery behind him. There is so much to tell about him. So much different interpretations that he had throughout history of mankind. And so many different kind of things. So many also that worshipped him, but feared him as well. We on the Dragon's Path, it's actually a large chance that you also have him between your dragon circle, in between you, so he would look down over every dragon soul ever. And it could be that he infiltrated later on, that he might be interested in who you are and what you can do as a draconic spirit inside of these realms. Leviathan can infiltrate everywhere. He is actually the creator of everything. So it's said in the beginning of time, there was this god that was actually dark and light together. Then he was the creator also of everything that could not be light or dark, but both of them. And so there were a lot of people actually that worshipped Leviathan. Now it's a feared god because of all of these negative things that they said about him, especially in Christianity, that said that Leviathan was actually one of the seven kings of hell. And of course, the Church of Satan didn't help as well as adopting him as one of the four directions of hell. And his main, so to say, but don't believe it, his main sin was envy. So it's said. So if you have envy and you defeat envy inside of yourself, you defeat Leviathan. But you don't have to defeat him, of course. Leviathan is actually a part of who we are, of what we are. He was in the beginning of time, and he has the key to every single gate. So if you are jumping from one gate to another in Leviathan's void, it's because he allows you to. He allows you to travel, and he allows you to go from one gate to another. So it's said also in the ancient script that it was also another god that was the opponent of Leviathan, and it said it was sorry, I have to look up for the name. Baal. Baal is especially known in the Mesopotamian place, just like Tiamat was. And Baal was that was actually a god that demanded child sacrifices. Something that no dragon god demanded, a sacrifice from someone else. Leviathan is just like Tiamat or Quetzalcoatl in this case. So that if you give something from yourself, it has to be from yourself and not from another. It is said that the child sacrifices for the opponent of Leviathan, Baal, was so horrible and so gruesome that even the ancient times, and also in Rome, they were disgusted by the ways of these sacrifices. And Leviathan never did. Leviathan always said, if you want to give something, then give something from yourself. And it's all the dragon gods that say actually the same. The first one that said that was Quetzalcoatl, that stopped it, the sacrifices in his name, and said, give me something from yourself. And so the idea from giving blood or giving breath, of giving something from yourself has begun. But Leviathan has much more to say than that, of course. Leviathan is also like I said, but probably one of your dragon gods. And how you see Leviathan, and how you feel Leviathan, that is the truth. There are so many different interpretations that makes you wonder what is the right interpretation of Leviathan. There is even a horror movie that is said how Leviathan should be, but that is not the truth. The truth is how you feel it. The first time that Leviathan came to me was, I have to say, chaos once more. And it is said also in the ancient scripts, once Leviathan comes to us, it is going to be chaos. Chaos is going to overwhelm you. But then again, so Tiamat did the same. And that is all because the dragons had this chaos inside of us, so that we can create our path in it. And this path has to be loose from other people, so that we can go our inner path undisturbed, and that is called the dragon's path. A dragon's path is created out of chaos, and Leviathan had a lot of chaos, and also out of this chaos he created everything. Also, what it said, he was the creator of it. And of course, in Christianity, it is said that he was the dark half of God, and that he was that he was part of it, of course. That in the ancient testament there was no reason actually to have a devil, because the God and the devil were one. It was one. And so it is said that Leviathan was the dark half of it, and so get freed of him. But if I can say it honestly, by my opinion, this God is still evil. He's not evil, but very dark. But Leviathan not. Leviathan has always been this individual dragon god that always did whatever he thought was good. And whatever he does to us is to infiltrate in our dragon eye and to see through our eyes, and to also see how strong our dragon soul is. He wanted to check in it. He wants also sometimes that we can learn from it inside of his void. His void, I sometimes call it help simply because it shows you your own demons. And these demons are not going to be something bad. Even in Christianity, there was a part in really in the ancient times, even before even Christianity. I mean, in Judaism, it is said there were even priests that are talking about Leviathan as God, as the God, and these priests' name is being called Levi, just as well as the name of Tiamat is being called Tim or Tia. That is the son and daughters. That is the same thing with Leviathan. The son is called Levi. You can call a daughter as well, like this, of course. There are priests who are talking about Leviathan, and suddenly it all changed once the dragon was demonized, because the Leviathan always had the appearance of a sea serpent, and it wasn't changed, of course, and so the dragon was demonized as well as Leviathan. But Leviathan is much more than actually it's much more actually than only the dragon. It had the same appearance as Tiamat, of course, but it was much more than that. He was actually everything, and that is why I sometimes say the dragon is everywhere. The dragon is everything you see. That is why everything that grows is Tiamat, and every breath of air is Quetzalcoatl, and everything in between is Leviathan, as well as the waters that keeps us alive. And if I can see the books that I've written a lot of books about Leviathan, that Leviathan and Tiamat were not the bestest friends, even though the dragon goddess Tiamat was actually the goddess of the earth as well, but also the goddess of water and in the beginning. And that is something that Leviathan claimed for himself, because this water was her blood once she sank into the earth of the earth that we know now. It was the waters was her blood. That is why I call the water dragon blood. It keeps us alive. And so Leviathan changed itself into the appearance that we know now as a sea serpent, and so claimed this water, and so always fed Tiamat because of this, because because the water was going away, and so he was actually creating a way so to feed the earth. So it was in this way they worked together, Tiamat and Leviathan. But if Leviathan came into my circle, I felt that it was not on the idea of Tiamat, that the dragon gods, even though they are so powerful, sometimes it's difficult for them as well to work together. But if they work together, they create the life that we know now. And Leviathan knew this. Leviathan knew how to create life, how to join with the other dragon gods on this earth, but also in this universe, because it seems that we are not alone. Leviathan is much more actually. it is also said that it had the appearance of a dinosaur, one that survived you know, the sins of Job back in the day, but also survived the flood, the great flood back in the day. I don't believe in the flood, but some people believe that he was a survivor of it. And also some people even believe that he is also making an appearance once it is apocalypse time. But it's not. That is not our thing. I mean, Leviathan is here to teach us. Leviathan is actually also seeing through our eyes, and Leviathan is not using us, of course, but he is interested. He's very much interested. He's very much immediately intrigued of what we are doing here with a draconic spirit inside of ourselves. And once we actually accept who we are and accept our the spirit that we have inside of ourselves, then Leviathan is sometimes intrigued, and Leviathan wants to teach us the ways of the dragon. He is not like the dragon guardians. The dragon guardians lived upon this world, in this place. Leviathan was much more a god that is that a lot of people forgot about now. But if you are on the dragon's path, you also accept a way for Leviathan to come inside of it, because he is a dragon. He is actually much more than only a dragon. But this is actually, the dragon is one with nature, so also one with water, and also one with him. So in a way, if he is very interested in you, then he is going to be a part of your circle. In my circle, the dragon gods are Tiamat and Leviathan because of this, and I had them both on a visit. And once a dragon gods come to you, this will be felt. You don't have to ask the question, how can you feel that a dragon god comes to you? When Leviathan comes, you will know, because he is so damn powerful and connected with your energy. This connection will be felt very much, and it can be that it can be more dragon gods that come to you. That's because there is more dragon gods inside of your dragon circle. But if Leviathan comes to you, this chaos and also this connection that you have, then you have to learn. It's certain if Leviathan comes to you that you will learn about his ways, and also it will make you grow as a dragon spirit, as one who follows the dragon as well. So like I said, there is so much more to say about Leviathan, so much different interpretations, so many religions, if I read it all, so many different but there were also worshippers of him, but it seemed that Leviathan doesn't want worship, but sometimes it seems that Leviathan wants you to listen to him. And so you might just want to sit here in front of your altar, and here you might be just a little bit quiet so that you can hear the voice of Leviathan coming through you. Leviathan is not evil, they made him evil. But without him, there was no world, there was nothing. He is the universe as well. And he will forever be a dragon god. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.